Let's play a little word association game. Ready? I'm going to say a word and then just make note of the first thing that pops into your mind. Okay? Ready? Okay. Red. Pickles. December. Those people. Hang on and we will talk about those results. Hi, it's Laura Giles with Pan Society. Thanks for tuning in. I know you got tons of things you could be doing right now, and so I appreciate you giving us a little bit of your time. So, how'd you do on the word association? So usually when we say a word, the first thing that comes to our mind kind of illuminates what's in our mind. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's sad, and sometimes it's just interesting. So when I said the words, those people, what popped up for you? Was it a religious group? Was it political? Was it something about color or ethnicity? That could illuminate where your blind spots are when it comes to oneness. So if you're thinking of any group of people as different from you, that could inhibit your ability to attain oneness. So if you have experiences with a group of people that weren't positive, it's not because they belong to that group. It's because something not desirable happened. Or it could be because of ignorance. So illuminating these shadows, these things, these thoughts that we have, these patterns of thinking, can help us to overcome them. So when I say the word pagan, what do you think? When I say the word voodoo, what about Christian? We can get into all of these spiritual things that we think are light and dark, and then we can put them in categories. And it's like, oh, I don't want to be with those people, or those people are crazy, or those people do things that I don't really understand. And really that's what's going on, is that they do something different. It's not what we're used to. I don't understand it. And so we could label it bad or negative. Whereas if you had lots of education, it might be understandable, because everything makes sense when it's given the proper context. So I'm going to challenge you to illuminate those dark spaces. What do you have prejudices about? What are your ignorant spots? Where could you use more education? When you look around in your social group, who's there? Who's not there? What sort of experiences do you have with different types of people? If you have negative experiences, I'm going to challenge you to cultivate positive ones. Pan Society recently did a screening of Accidental Courtesy, I think is the name of it. It's a documentary with Daryl, is that his name? Daryl something. He is a musician who cultivated friendships with the KKK. Now this is a dark-skinned man, and he was raised the son of a diplomat, moved all over the world, didn't have any idea what prejudice was about until he came to America. And he was just shocked that people could judge each other based on the color of their skin, their hair texture, things like that. It made no sense. And so when he accidentally ran into a guy who was KKK, he started asking him questions. They became friends, and eventually he won him over, and the guy gave up his KKK robe. And now this is not somebody who was just like, a run-of-the-mill member. He was way up there in the hierarchy. And then this guy did it again, and did it again, and did it again. And that's the kind of world that we could have if we just challenged our own prejudices, if we made friends with people who seem kind of strange to us, if we had conversations and listened to each other. Now I know I've heard some things about pagans that just don't make sense. Now I know this because I have lots of pagan friends, and I have lots of Christian friends and lots of friends from all different kinds of religions, because that's just how I grew up. I'm just curious. curious about everybody. What do you believe? Why do you believe that? What kinds of things do you do? And so I have kind of a large knowledge base, a little surface, I would say, not gone into too much depth with anything about, you know, what it is. And to me, it looks more the same than different. And so it's not really all that scary. It's just different paths to the same thing. And lots of people say this, but how do you know? If you don't know any of these people, if you've never been to a service, a ritual, or whatever they do, a holiday celebration, how do you know? You know, we could say all lives matter, but look around in your circle. Who's there? How are you proving this? Words are just blah, 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 blah. If you're not living it, then it's really not all that true. You know, the thing is true when it's put to the test. So I'm going to challenge you. You know, look around your circle. See who these people are. We all have prejudices. Don't sit there and tell me that you don't, because we all do. It's human nature. Nobody's perfect. Somewhere, somehow, there's something in there that can be illuminated. And I'm asking you, take a look at that. Take a look at that. Just get curious. Be interested. Is this thing true? What is in me that is creating this block to oneness? When we can get beyond that, our heart expands. Our circle of friends could expand. Our understanding expands. Our compassion expands. So, what are your blocks? Are you brave enough to tell me? I'm curious. Talk to you next time on another Pam video. Please like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you later. Bye.